Hello everybody, Steve Mayne here, and welcome to the Daily Storm. For those of you joining us for the very first time, this is a video series where I go into Heroes of the Storm and play a daily quest. Today, my quest is to win. That's it. That's all I gotta do. I have to win so many games. 3, actually. And I am going to use Valla. I've got the Vampire Slayer skin, which I don't think I've used on this channel before. But I have been running around. I do enjoy it. Got it all decked out in the black and the red. We got a couple of colors. We got blue and white. Which actually the white looks pretty good. But I don't know. I'm very partial to the black and the red. So we're going to go with the black and the red today. It's got a very leather pilgrim look to it. Especially with that hat. That is a fantastic hat. And if I could figure out how to get one like that in real life, I probably would wear it. That being said, let's queue up a quick match and see what happens.
I stand ready.
Alright, we're loading into the Sky Temple, and it's going to be Valla, Lieutenant Morales, Mayne, Mayne, etc. And we are going to be facing off with Lily, Zagara, Johanna, Sergeant Hammer, and Taronda. I'm actually kind of happy with this. I think these got 2 solid teams, tanks, healers, support. That would be healers, support, tanks, support, damage, lane push. I mean, like, everything's really set up well here. These are like pre-made teams, and both groups on Sky Temple. I mean, Sergeant Hammer's going to be a bit of a problem, but we've got etc. to help deal with that. Mayne can certainly get a decent pick on the back line. I can try and help with the Hungering Arrow. So, I'm feeling good about this. I think this is going to be a fun match, provided that both teams don't just lose their crap and
our foes ahead may be the strongest we have faced together.
And get ridiculous.
I sure hope not.
How do we want to go here?
The temple opens in.
You know, I've done Commander, I've done a text reader. Oh wait, do I want to do?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your battle begin.
The path leads this way.
I'm gonna go up here on this thing. I'm gonna try a Hungry Arrow build. You know, it's like I haven't really ever done one.
A clever plan.
Alright, we're gonna roll down here onto the Kara. Simply because I can deal with the creep fairly effectively. So, one of the things, Hungering Arrow, what I should explain, since I've mentioned it a couple of times, is a ability where I shoot an arrow, and it will pick out 3 targets, moving from one to the next. It will hit the same person a couple of times, especially if there's no other option. Most notably, if there's no other option. Mayne is.
Let us move.
Let's see what we can do here. We're going to take out Sergeant Hammer with the help of the rest of the team.
Yes, I see.
This. And then I'm going to grab this. That was pointless. I openly acknowledge it was pointless. Get out of here now. Alright. And get back. Now I know one of the biggest problems with the Hungering Arrow build is mana consumption. That is why at first level I took the cost effective, which makes Hungering Arrow's mana go down by 30. Alright, so we're going to take Puncturing Arrow. Oh, good lord. Tired deep. Alright. Thank you, Sergeant. Dude, they are focusing the hell out of me here. I mean, they're not totally, like, ETC's beat up pretty bad.
We're here.
Backing up.
I've got to retreat. I'll be back soon.
Alright, they've got that. The signal team will go down here. Okay, I've talked about Hungry Arrow. What else should I should talk about hatred. This is my trait. Basic attacks give me stacks of hatred. When I get up to 10, I stop, but each stack gives me movement and attack speed.
Through here.
So I am faster for chasing down and getting away. You see the little indicator down there. I'm at 3, 4, 5. Every time I get a basic attack, stacks are gained. Too bad. We are verging on 7. Johanna is down here with me. Of course, she's got blind, which is going to be a significant challenge.
I depart.
So we are, what do we got here? Repeating arrow.
I feel
So now, whenever I use Vault, which again also should explain, Vault is a quick ability. I'm going to use it here once. Gets me out of the way. Now whenever I Vault, in addition to everything else, it's going to recharge Hungering Arrow. So I will be able to use it more often.
Need some help.
Your enemy is destroyed forth.
Down here alone, I can't go help Li Ming, although certainly somebody could go up there.
Soon they shall bask in my glory. My magic flows through the temple. Guardians, do not let these monks approach them.
Hunger Arrow is a nice ability. My last ability, one I haven't mentioned yet, is Multi-Shot. Multi-Shot is pretty much, I think you've seen me use it several times. It fires out a cone of arrows, does damage to everything in its wake. And I am out of mana. Leave me alone. We need the objective here. Let the healer go, man. Just get the objective. Unfortunately, I died there, which doing okay, keeping my damage pretty consistent. My XP contribution is really nice. The rest of the team doing pretty good work. Killing Lily is such a hard thing to do. I'm going to jump in here, see if I can't grab these giants.
From my temple,
We're about to hit level 10.
but it will return again.
10, I'm going to get my ultimate.
To slay that hero.
I mean, which one do I want here? gate
retreat.
back.
Keep it up.
Do they have anything we need? Let's take Rain of Vengeance. Alright, well, not particularly fair trade. Well, I mean, it's a fair trade. It was dead even. One of me for Sergeant Hammer, which that would be Hammer's third death. Alright, team's doing a good job of keeping Hammer under wraps. Relatively small number of kills this game, 6-3. Especially with all the team fighting we've been doing, I would have expected quite a bit more. Alright, head down here and deal with this. We have 3 people mid. We've got Li Ming by herself in top lane. I would really like some help. She's asked for it a couple of times. I imagine she's going to be doing that again pretty soon.
Swift and
So we
silent.
have 2 altars. Our 2 shrines are going up. Grab that. Back up.
As you wish.
This is live. I don't know if I can take one of these by myself.
Clever ploy.
That'll help.
A clever ploy.
Grab the fountain. Do we have any more?
I depart.
We are going to take... Damn it!
Yes, rid their forts from us.
Oh, I think I got it. Yes, I did. Alright, I did manage to at least secure the shrine. Although, I did die for it. So, I picked up Tempered by Discipline. After Hatred, I start getting stacks of Discipline. So I'll start getting 2 little icons down here, which will provide healing with basic attacks. How much does it say? 3% of the damage dealt per stack, so up to 30%.
Find something else to fight over.
Actually, let's... I have watched too many games where people have just meandered past mercenaries and everything else.
I depart.
Leave me down here. I'm gonna drop that around.
I depart. Well done.
Who wants
I
to
am
take this
renewed.
Merc camp?
All right.
I wish I had fled.
Didn't get it.
This mercenary camp.
Oh, I think we're going for boss now, because why wouldn't we? We did just manage to completely waste the other team, which is a... So the really great combo here, I'm going to see if I can pull it. I should be able to. So is you hit that, you vault, and you shoot Hungering Arrow again. And at this point, I am hitting... How many targets I got?
Soon they shall bask in
Okay, so now it hits 3 targets,
Issues.
whereas it used to only hit... what was it? Used to... No, hell. Used to hit 2 additional enemies, now it hits 3. and it does almost 600 damage. Well, actually, okay. Each hit is 300 for the first hit and 150 for each hit after the
path
first.
leads this way.
So through that, I can do.
My magic flows through. Guardian,
Ah,
do not let these mortals approach them.
you can do a pretty hefty chunk, which
Your
is.
core is under attack.
Here we have got. Oh, tumble. 2 charges of vaults. That will make Hungering Arrow even more deceptively horrifying. Now we're going to head towards mid, although I don't think we're going to make it in time. You guys.
You have stolen enough of my temple's power. Return to war.
Yeah, so the amount of damage I'm putting out now, I can see where this is a significantly impressive ability. All right. Now we're going to get back because I'm out of mana. So, I'm just curious what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm actually racking up quite a decent bit of damage. And since I can't get Grey Mane to help me take these. Hang on. Trying not to use my abilities. I want to save up and have mana for the next team fight that comes. Although I'm going to have to do something about this. The knights are certainly going to help, so they're going to make taking out the opposing team's catapults significantly easier. No reason to use an ability here, because one of the things with this is using your abilities with this is you don't want to spam very much. I mean, you're gonna have to at some point, if for no other reason, to like just to clean that up a little bit, give our minions a little bit of an easier time. I can fire that off and still have and get my mana back pretty significantly. This is a brutal. Normally I take Nexus Frenzy here and attack faster and hit from farther away. Which I think is, I could go for Storm Vengeance. It's 4 times. I think I'm going to take Nexus Frenzy though anyway, just because at this point I think it's a far more useful talent. It gets my stacks up faster, it'll allow me to heal quicker.
I've got to retreat. I'll be back.
Looks like we're heading down to boss who's about to respawn.
The magic of the temple sleeps until I choose otherwise.
Sergeant Hammer does not make it. Are we doing boss? I don't know that I would like to at this point.
Swift and silent.
And this is where the enemy just like 3 of those off. I'm now able to do a 4th one if necessary. Being able to launch this Oh, nice hit. But then, now comes the problem with this build. I am now out of mana. This build, I think. Yeah, like this is a really cool build, but I need some way to get mana back that I just don't have here. Unless Discipline also gives me. No, just healing. Unless it gives you, unless you have a really good way to get mana back, like
Leave my domain.
Malfurion. You'd have to have a Malfurion on your team to give you mana back. Is the only thing I can think of at this point. Because the amount of damage you can put out with the Hungering Arrows is quite impressive. Oh, good, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, just right there alone is just coming along decently as hell. 20 out of 24 kills, not bad participation. I did generate more XP for my team than anybody else, but not so much more than anybody that I think it's a significant difference. Here's the build, just in case you want to use it. I use cost-effective materials. There isn't a talent at the beginning where you get health back for Hungering Arrow as an alternative, which might be useful, but considering how often I was using Hungering Arrow at the late game, I think you have to take reducing the mana cost. Even if you have a Malfurion on your team, I think you have to go mana cost. Puncturing Arrow increases the range by 25% and the number of times it can bounce from 2 to 3, so I can hit 4 targets. Then the Repeating Arrow, which every time I use Vault, I get to fire off a Hungering Arrow. I took Rain of Vengeance. I think Strafe would be a perfectly legitimate choice here. I liked Rain of Vengeance mostly for Sergeant Hammer and Lily for the stun, is why I took it, and was able to use it quite effectively in narrow passageways to kind of stop their entire team. At 13, I took Tempered by Discipline because stacks give me Discipline after I get Hatred, and then I start healing off of those, which is really great, which combos nicely with Nexus Fury, which I increase my range and attack speed. I took Tumble, which gives me an extra charge of Vault, allowing it to be used twice in quick succession, which goes in with Repeating Arrow, which instantly recharges Hungering Arrow, which allows all the rest of this. There was at least once or twice in there where Johanna was the only person I got to use it on, and the arrow will just keep cycling through a single person if it gets a chance. And being able to fire Vault, just 3 arrows into somebody as they're just hitting for full damage and then 50% damage for 3 more shots, and to get 3 of those off is an impressive amount of damage, and I really enjoyed how this build worked. Is it a build I will take all the time? I don't think so. Again, I think it's very reliant on my ability to recharge my mana quickly and not use my abilities outside of team fights. But that being said, I think this worked out really well. I think, interestingly, I wonder how this build would work against, like, Tracer. That could be something to really look at in a very interesting manner. Shooting Tracer might be something worth trying at some point. Anyway, that being said, thank you for joining me today, folks. I do appreciate you tuning in. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the build down below. Anything you can tell me, I would love to hear. I love creative criticism. Anything that is what's the word I'm looking for here? Anything that's useful, anything that's constructive criticism. We're going to call it constructive criticism because that's the actual appropriate term. Any constructive criticism you've got, I'd love to hear. Also, if you know where I can get one of those hats, please let me know that too. So if you could leave that information down in the comments, I would love it. While you're down there, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate that too. If you did not like the video, well, this isn't your first day on YouTube, and I'm sure you know all the different ways around that. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.